To men out there who speak to women this way, you're like the fucking ShamWow of men. Hello, welcome to today's video. You've seen the thumbnail, you've seen the title, you know exactly what is going on. And I wanted to do this video for a little while. I have scoured my social media because I don't keep hate, harassing, bullying, threatening. I don't keep those comments on my channel. I have a personal rule on my channel that if you post that shit, your comment is deleted and your ass is blocked. That is my rule. I wish other people kind of enforce that because YouTube doesn't really take care of this shit, and if you keep those kind of comments, it does kind of encourage more comments like it to happen. In the past, I used to leave it alone because I didn't know you could delete comments, and when I left it, I noticed that people would reply to them and kind of keep the, adding fuel to the fire, and the hate would actually get worse. Sometimes there's a comment, maybe I'm in a bad mental state that day, or maybe it's just so what the fuck that I'll screenshot it and I'll share it on social media. I'm not really trying to call these people out. I'm just trying to kind of shed a light on the realities that people face on social media, especially on YouTube, and especially what women face on social media, because there's vastly different to what men tend to get. And because you will see as I go through some of these comments have nothing to do with my actual opinion, and some of them are just to do with the fact that I'm a woman speaking. Can't really help that, sorry. I'm not actually sorry, fuck a lot of you. One, I'm kind of shedding some light on it. Two, I'm kind of processing through my own trauma. I recently was the victim of a particularly nasty cyber hoax. This caught me at while I was in a very bad headspace, and I did have a minor mental breakdown. To go into the depths of what happened would require its very own video, and if you guys want the details on it, I will happily make that video, but I'm not going to talk about it in this video. I'll just say that thank you to all the people who actually reached out to me and let me talk and let me vent. You guys helped me calm down enough to get past that really dark hurdle where I was thinking and planning on doing some very bad things. And you helped me get past that enough to clear my mind and kind of pick up on all the red flags that I was too upset to notice before. But that incident scared the ever-living shit out of me. And it's taken me some time to get past. I'm still not entirely past it, so a lot of these comments today may end up being very, very triggering. So for that reason, I've got alcohol with me. It's going to be so great. I will, of course, be blacking out the names of the people who posted these comments, because I don't want people hunting them down and giving them shit. They've already, they've said their piece, I've blocked their asses, I've reported their comments. There's really not much else to do. They're gonna get into their own shit one day, leave it be. Okay, we're starting off very light. I don't actually know which review that this was posted on. It could be any. So the person says, I liked the movie, I enjoyed every minute of it in theaters. That's very nice. It made me laugh, cry, and laugh again. That's very nice. Haha, to be honest, I don't think the reviewer watched the movie herself. She is reading script someone else wrote. I'm not the only one who gets these comments. A lot of YouTubers, specifically reviewers, get these comments. I ain't alone. I don't know what this mentality is. I don't think you understand how reviewing works. For starters, none of us are getting paid. Okay, the only way that we get paid is if someone sponsors the video, and it's not a film that ever sponsored. It's usually like earbuds or Kindle or something, and I've never had a sponsorship. Nobody is getting paid to do reviews. We do reviews because we love talking about movies, we love watching movies, we love talking about movies. If someone reaches out and sends us a screener, or is like, hey, would you be open to watching my movie? That's free publicity for them. They can't control what our opinions are, and sometimes they have very thin skin and they don't handle it well. And sometimes they have thick skin and they just appreciate that someone is talking about their film. But we're not getting paid for this shit. I don't know where that thought process comes from. Like, we wish we were. We're only getting paid. The only people kind of paying us is you, the dickheads who are commenting because you clicked on the video. You clicked on the video, and by clicking on the video, you are helping YouTube to pay us an income because you watched the video. The only one paying us or writing any shit for us is you guys. I feel like this person was commenting about I feel pretty. Okay, next comment. Fat bitch, you didn't even explain it. Seriously, why do people bring up my weight? And it happens quite a bit. What does my weight have to do with a movie review? What, does depending on how many kilos I weigh alter my opinion on the film? What the fuck? I am very, very certain that this was on my review of one of the 2017 escape room films. Not the big Hollywood one, I'm talking about indie horror one. And it's bad. And a lot of people comment on my video and they're like, I clicked on this because I was hoping maybe you had some answers. But if you read through those comments, none of us have answers. Nobody knows what the hell was going on with that film and nobody can really explain it. And people seem to think that I'm there to explain it. It says I'm doing a review, not an ending explained video. Go to somebody else's channel for that. Next comment. Okay, this next one is a series of comments that came from someone who not only kept leaving hate comment, but they actually stopped for a few days, then came back and continued, which was extra weird. And when eventually I got sick of it and I deleted some of their comments, and I ended up deleting all of them, and I blocked them, I guess at some point they came back days or weeks later to send me more hate comments, and they realized they were blocked, so they came to my Twitter page. When they came to my Twitter page, they actually stole my YouTube video, and I don't mean a link, I mean they recorded my video, uploaded it to Twitter, specifically one comment that I made, and then they shared it on their Twitter, were hating on me and encouraging other people to go to my channel to leave me hate comments. I actually ended up, because this person had their real name and details on their Twitter page, so idiot, turned out they were 15 or 17 and living in Canada. And they started leaving me hate tweets, and it just kind of kept going until at that point I was getting really fed up because it had been years of this on this particular video. So I disabled comments, and that is why they also because I disabled comments is why they had decided to come to my Twitter. And they started attacking me, saying that I have to turn the comments back on, that if I have the guts to leave that review, that I have to listen to what everybody says, that I have to take their abuse. I'm like, nah, actually I don't. My mate Dan, he started kind of coming to my defense, and he's like, she doesn't have to do any of that. And eventually, keep in mind, this person was mad that I disabled comments, thinking that I do not have a right to do so, that I have to accept the bullshit that other people say. This person didn't like that my buddy Dan was retorting with intelligence, so they privatized their Twitter account. Pretty hypocritical, don't you think? It's okay for them, not okay for me. I have to keep taking the abuse. Okay. Anyway, so this series of comments went like this. No punctuation, no grammar, no nothing. This review makes no sense because you probably were on your phone the whole time you watched the movie because you didn't understand the ending at all, and I did. If you did, good for you. It's not that the ending is hard to understand. The ending just sucks. It just kind of looks like it's starting something and then it abruptly ends. I'm angry at you for making this review. I don't understand why hate on a movie some people's likes it. Don't recommend people not to watch it. It just recommended people if it's to watch it because I loved it, and I'm 100% sure a lot of people liked it. And the people who liked it tend to give me hate comments. I don't have a problem. I'm not telling anybody to hate a film. If I hate it, I hate it, and I do hate it. This movie was amazing. I'm glad there was a difference between other films since they're always a good ending. Can someone explain to me why people do this? It takes a lot of effort to deliberately make every word have a capital letter at the start. And then they continued. The Curse of Sleeping Beauty was amazing. What do you mean? It's awesome that the ending was different than all the other movies. Why should a movie always have a happy ending? To which I reply, I never said I wanted a happy ending. I love depressing ends in horror films. I just wanted an actual ending in this one. This one just cut short with no conclusion and no answers, and I don't like cliffhangers. I'm glad to hear this film was to your liking. Sadly, that was not the case for me. But did they stop? No, because if you reply, they get worse. The ending is showing us that it's the end of the world because he brought Briar Rose back from eternal sleep and she was evil. I don't understand what you mean by actual ending. There is an actual ending, bruh. I'm not your bruh. Name the film. Also, the Chinese guy says the whole story of what is going to happen to the world. You might have missed so many parts of the movie if you hate it this much because it was made by geniuses. Here we go to the best part. They are amazing actors. Rolls eyes. To which I said, never said they were bad actors, just said the performance in this film weren't good. There is a difference. To which the little dickhead who was harassing me on Twitter said, that's the same thing. Laugh crying emoji, shaking my head. To which I have to explain because some people don't have any intelligence. It is not remotely the same thing. Meryl Streep is an amazing actress, but there have been films where her performance was not good. It does not mean the actor in general was bad. It just means they weren't on their game for that one film, and a lot of that is on the director for not calling cut and saying, you can do better, let's go again. But the fact that neither of these people know the difference between saying someone is a terrible actor versus their performance in this film was not good is on them, not me. This is another comment from my Escape Room 2017 review. Where is the explanation? It's most of a reaction than an explanation. True, nothing is said in the Google, so that's right. I wasted my time watching all of this. My reply was, question. Where in my title or description did I promise you an explanation? Answer, nowhere, because this isn't an explanation video, it's a review because I'm reviewing and giving my thoughts about the film. If you want an explanation, then look for a video that says Escape Room Explained and not Escape Room Review, as a review is not required to explain anything, it's just meant to be a critique on the film. I really have no idea why you expected something I never promised, lol. And that's all she wrote. Funny thing about this comment is, I think there is a very strong possibility this comment was written by someone I'm now friends with. I could be wrong and I will have to message them, but I do know at one point this was their username, and I do also know that Alita Battle Angel is one of their favorite films, and this was on my Alita Battle Angel review. So I'm not sure if they were insulting me or giving me a compliment. I'm gonna have to message them now, but either way, the comment does not read as a compliment. I may have to confront my friend now and be like, a couple of years ago, before we became friends, did you leave me a nasty comment on my YouTube? See? Hate can lead to friendship. Big Fat Woman reviews my favorite movie. Why people gotta keep bringing my weight into it? And I'm fatter now than I was then, just for the record, but seriously, what does my weight have to do with a review? This is also Alita Battle Angel. Why did you spend 10 minutes on a social commentary on bad parenting? My reply may explain that. It was 5 minutes on cinema etiquette, and because it's my channel and I can do what I like with it. I gave you a heads up and a timestamp with the option to skip. If you chose not to, not my problem. I told you that I was about to go into a bit of a ranty rant, which I tend to do. And knowing that, I felt sympathy for viewers, and I said, look, you may not want to listen to this, so please, skip to this moment in the video, which was like 5 minutes something seconds. I'm like, skip to this and the review will begin. This person chose to ignore my helpful hint, decided to stick around and watch me rant, and then complain about it. If you chose to put yourself in that position on purpose, you don't get to bitch about it, okay? Okay, this is another one from The Curse of Sleeping Beauty. God, this is why I have the comments turned off on that video. You're just a hater that don't know shit about movies. Everyone has different taste in movies. Does not mean this is a bad movie. Don't listen to this video. It's actually a good movie. Also, you can see the ending before it happens because it's a curse. Why is it all the people who leave me comments on this video who just hate my opinion so very much, which good for you? None of them have heard of grammar or punctuation. What's up with that? you noticed how most haters just really bad at this stuff? They're so focused on hating, they just don't know how to use a comma or a full stop. I will not read my entire reply, which, keep in mind, both of these things are gone now. But let's just say that my comment started with, you literally just contradicted yourself. You just said everyone has different taste in movies. You can't preach that everybody has different taste in movies and then hate on me for having a different taste in movies to you. You loved it, that's great. I didn't, because as you said, we have different taste. Okay, I'm not going to go into the full scope of this comment, but a while ago somebody left me a comment in my actual community section, and it was because the video that they were commenting on, which was one of my Charmed related videos, might have been to do with the Charmed reboot, I don't remember. I had comments disabled, same reason as with Curse of Sleeping Beauty, and so they sent me like a really long paragraph sharing their thoughts, saying that they really liked my video, they really liked how I articulated things, and they wanted to hear my thoughts on XYZ. So I replied, I was being very nice, and I'm saying, oh, well, I don't actually agree with you on that. I actually think ... I was responding the way I usually do. I didn't call them names. They asked for my opinion on certain elements of the original Charmed TV series. I said what I thought about those, pros, cons, blah, 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 blah. And this is when you would use this GIF. Because their first sentence in their reply to me was, oh dear, you're another rose-tinted glasses sort. There I thought we could have a grown-up discussion free from judgment, but guess that's asking too much. I did not... And this was another paragraph reply, which is all about Charmed, but you don't need to hear it. To which I was really taken aback, because I was just like, hang on, you came to me, you were giving me all this praise because you liked my opinions and you specifically asked for more of them, and because I obviously didn't say what you expected me to say, you decide to say, basically, like, accuse me of being judgmental? I didn't say anything about you or your opinions. I just said I answered your questions. It's like, what do you think about Piper in season 6? This is what I think of Piper in season 6. I didn't say anything about them. So where the fuck's the judgmental part coming in? Like, that was just like, whew. That like flipped so fast. I think I had whiplash after that one. Oh, this person went on I don't know how many hours they were at this, leaving me hate on my Friday the 13th video, of which I have had so many hate comments on that. Comments are also disabled on that video. So they start off with, Part 4 and Part 6 Friday the 13th movie is the best of this planet, but you like Jason X. It's so bad movie. I hate you because you hate Part 6 and you say why. I call you stupid. Nobody likes Jason X. There are plenty of people who like Jason X, myself included. Cheers. To which I replied, you must not know many people, Jacob. Now get off my game show comments. Oh yeah! I forgot about that because the comments were disabled on my Friday the 13th video. They came over to one of my Are You a Movie Oracle videos to leave this comment. They came onto my game show video to trash me for liking Jason X, and the reason why I said Jacob is because I'm very certain that this isn't their real name and that's just an alias. But they kept going. I'm fan of horror films and know your ranking is shit. I'm fan of horror films and know that everybody's entitled to their own motherfucking opinion. And they keep going. Many people don't like Jason X. I'm not refuting that. Many people don't like Jason X. That's very true. I do. I didn't even rank it number 1. I like ranked it 4th or 3rd place or something. I just think it's a lot of fun and there are a lot of people who agree with me, but you know what? Because it's a fucking film and everybody thinks different things. Some people like it, some people don't. I'm one of the people who like it. There you go. But they didn't stop. They kept going. You were the worst movie ranking Friday the 13th. I don't like Jason X. You are stupid. Again, I didn't even fucking rank it first. but they kept going before I did. You are last one who liked Jason X. Were they drunk? CSFD rank movies and Jason X in CSFD is 36%. I don't even know. I'm gonna guess something film database. I don't know what CSFD is, and I don't give a shit what something else ranks something. That's like people who come and say you can't like this film because this film had like a 36% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Good for Rotten Tomatoes? I don't fucking care. This shit don't control my life. They don't pay my bills. I like what I like. I like Jason X. Fuck off. Again, somebody who couldn't leave me a comment on my Friday the 13th video went to a different video. This time was my video on 2020's The Prom, which was Representation You Didn't Miss, a film over analysis. I had a lot of fun just playfully pointing out LGBT flag references in the costumes and cinematography. And this person left a comment going, "Your Friday the 13th ranking was crap, bitch." Came all that way to tell me that, thanks. Okay, this is a screenshot, but I have no idea what video it was on. Why are you still making videos? Just stop. No one wants to hear whatever you have to fucking say. You're an ugly slag, so fat she fills up the whole screen again with my weight. You don't know shit about anything. Stop making everyone else suffer. My god, you should have been fucking drowned at birth. Fun fact, my father tried to kill my mother while she was in labor with me, which in doing so would have killed us both. So you almost got your wish. Almost, not quite. Yep, I don't know which video this one was on. For all I know, it can be on one of the videos I've had disable comments and then they come to mine. I don't know. I gotta stop cropping things. I hope you fucking die, you stupid dumb bitch. You fat... Oh, here we go again about my weight! You fat ugly piece of shit. I wouldn't even piss on you if you were on fire. You're not even hot enough to want to rape. I hope someone comes and finds you and fucks you up, because if they don't, I will. Dumb ugly cunts like you shouldn't be showing their faces online. I agree. Dumb cunts like you should not be showing their faces online. This one I'm not 100% sure, but I think this was on my review of Godzilla King of Monsters. They're like, no one cares about your writing. I was using that as an analogy. I stupidly replied, said by the comment no one cares about. And I kept waiting for a reply, and a reply wasn't coming, and about an hour later I got a reply. I don't actually know what one of these words mean. Oh, was my comment the boozes and you had to have it removed? Laughing face. Well, at least I know you read it. What? Now, I have a filter on my channel. I think some people don't know that you can go into your settings and you can type in any word you want. And if somebody leaves those words in your comment section on YouTube, YouTube will immediately erase it. It won't leave it in your held for review thing. It immediately erases it. And I have certain things in that setting, and one of those things is the C word. I did put that there at some point, and that's why I think some people call it Y's, and that's why they use asterisks, so that they can bypass the system. Crafty little things. So I didn't know what he was talking about. I went to look for the held in review thing, and there was nothing there, which meant that whatever he said was so bad that it was some of my flagged words, and YouTube deleted his comment, so I didn't have to deal with it. So I said, lol, I didn't remove anything YouTube did before I even saw it, so clearly YouTube doesn't like what you have to say. He did reply. He did not believe me. He believed that I was so offended I deleted his comment, and he thought that that meant he was victorious. And I'm just like, but I'm replying to you right now. Ah, I know this one. This one was on my Promising Young Woman review. Lol, you're such a liar. I don't believe any man has ever touched you, let alone the assault BS you're trying to pin on some so-called friends of yours. They're not friends. Bet you're still a virgin too. Kinda wish I was. I swear women like you only cry assault for attention because no man would ever actually bother with you. Okay. I'm just gonna throw this out there to men. Sorry, men. I use that term very loosely. To men out there who speak to women this way, who leave women comments like this online, you're like the fucking ShamWow of men. By that I mean, when you walk near a woman, pussies dry up faster than the fucking Sahara. Like, do you think that women see this and they go, oh my god, I so have to like impress this guy so that he thinks I'm like super into him and then maybe have sex with me? No, we don't, because we don't actually know who the fuck you are, nor do we care. And just assuming that you're one of those people who actually has a set of balls to go out and actually speak to a woman this way, it's not gonna get you anywhere. The only women who are actually gonna respond to this the way you hope they will are women who have been beaten and broken mentally, physically, and emotionally from years of abuse by men like you. Because best believe, women don't find this sexy. It doesn't make panties drop or any of that shit. In fact, pretty sure most of us women, if we encounter men like you, we just want to give you a nice round kick to the ballsack. I know I do. This is on my long story short review, I'm pretty sure. How about a spoiler alert at the beginning? This would be why you have bugger all subscribers or views. Okay, guaranteed, some of my videos do not do well in the views department, but I'm a small channel and I like to think that I'm doing pretty well. My subscriber count is pretty decent, and my channel has like well over 1 million views, so I think that I'm doing all right compared to someone who posts, you know, no videos, doesn't take a chance, doesn't do anything except leave nasty comments. So I'm doing better, and I'm actually making money from it. Not much, but I'm still making more than you from leaving nasty comments. For the record, anything that I said that they called a spoiler, I said things that were literally shown in the trailer. I didn't say anything beyond the trailer. So yeah, if you haven't seen the trailer, I guess that counts as a spoiler. But if people are putting it in the trailer, I feel like it's safe to talk about. Oh yay, this was on my Thunder Force review. Thunder Force belonged to American majority, which are idiots. No wonder this film was #1 on Netflix. Oh, where do I start? Okay. Just because something is #1 on Netflix doesn't mean that it does well. That just means a lot of people watched it. That's not indicative of how many people liked it. I, however, did like it. To which I guess they decided, oh, they didn't edit it. They just made a new comment, which is pretty much the same with a little bit of a variation. You belong to American majority, which is idiot. No wonder this film was #1 on Netflix. I'm fucking Australian, dude. Oh, I know. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, this one was on my ranking of the Exorcist franchise. Oh. The whole point of video reviews is that they can show video of what version they are talking about. I watched this to figure out which of the prequels was which, and I couldn't figure that out without researching what she said in the review. Okay, the first thing I said to them was, then maybe don't click on a ranking video if you're looking for a review, even though I do in my video give, if you've seen any of my rankings, you know I give brief reviews on each film. Here's the problem with what they're saying. To anybody who has never seen one of my ranking videos, in my ranking video, I show you the movie poster of the film, I tell you the name of the film, its alternative names in other countries, I tell you the year it came out, the name of the director, the name of who wrote it, and I'll give you a little bit of a synopsis. I will also tell you where it goes in the franchise. So for example, if we were talking about Fast and Furious 4, I would be telling you that it is the 4th film in the Fast and Furious franchise, but it is the sequel to Too Fast and Too Furious. And I'll tell you what year Too Fast, Too Furious came out, which is letting you know that it is taking place between Too Fast, Too Furious and Tokyo Drift. So if by the end of that, when I have given you every fucking scrap of information on a film, and you still have no idea what film I am talking about, that is on you, my friend, not me. Because what the hell else am I meant to give you? This was a recent one that was put on my Every Flaw in Soul video. Oh, did the mean film upset you? Women like you are what's wrong with the world. You have absolutely nothing of value to contribute. All you can do is sit around and complain about what you don't like about this awesome movie. Did you make a fucking movie? No, and no woman ever should make a film. Ooh, don't go there. You're all sad and pathetic and don't have an ounce of intelligence. And what is with your hair? Do you think making it purple will somehow make you interesting and maybe someone will finally give you the attention you're so starved for? I feel sorry for you. If I ever met you, I'd probably spit on you. That's how pathetic you are. To whoever you are, you clicked on a video called Every Flaw in Soul. The title should be an indication that I am about to tell you everything I think is wrong with the film. You chose to click on that. Were you just triggered by the fact that it was a woman saying these things? Would you have still been pissed off if it was a guy saying it, or was it just the fact that it was a woman? What did you mean did the film upset you? Actually, yes, it did upset me because it was full of flaws and it was fucking dumb. I can't with these people. I just fucking can't. Is that all of the hate and nasty or derogatory comments that I have received in the last 5 years on my channel? No, not remotely. I've received so many, and the only ones that I have that I was able to get off my social media is because I was in a moment where I was either really upset or the comment I thought was really, really dumb and I couldn't quite understand what they were getting at. In those moments, I've taken a screenshot and I have shared it on social media. But all of these comments do not exist on my channel. As soon as they happened, and even after if I've replied, I regret replying, and I delete them. So they no longer exist because I don't approve of this stuff. A lot of people say this, and it's mostly guys, guaranteed. Some women say this, but this is mostly guys. Stop telling people when they get these kind of comments almost every day or every week or every month for years on end. Stop telling them to ignore it. Stop telling them to, oh, don't listen to them, don't worry about them. Stop putting the burden and responsibility on the person receiving the hate like it's their job to decide how to respond, how to handle these situations. That's kind of on the same page as like saying to a rape victim, like, but did you say no? Well, what were you wearing? Had you had anything to drink that night? Stop it! Don't do that shit. Just accept that the responsibility is not on the people who receive the comments. The responsibility is on the people who fucking send them. Accountability needs to be held to them. We need to change that thinking, change that culture by putting the responsibility back on the people who say it. They're the ones who are doing this, and it's not like this has never happened. It takes one comment to someone who is not capable of handling it, and next thing you know, they've committed suicide. And it has happened, and it will happen again, because these platforms don't really hold people accountable. And yet we, the people who make the videos, who have to take the comments, somehow it's meant to be our job to just accept it, be okay with it, and brush it off. Nobody is ever actually, okay, some people are. When I say never, I don't, no, when I say nobody, I mean general. I don't mean everybody, nobody. But there isn't that mentality of, we need to look at the big picture. We need to look that this stuff is not okay. It should not happen. It should not happen to anybody. And instead just like, oh, don't worry about it. Stop saying that. It's such a put down. It's so offensive. And it's also kind of demeaning to the people who go through this. Now, if you're someone who can handle it, I know some friends who actually live for this shit. Good for you. Not everybody can. and this shit is not okay. So we not only need to do better to stop people, create better punishments to stop people from doing this, whether it's leaving hate comments or leaving dislikes out of spite. These things need to be stopped, but we also need to stop how we approach it. We need to stop feeding into it, we need to stop rewarding it, and we need to stop putting the burden on the victims. That is where I will end this video. I am a little bit tipsy, thank God, because that was rough. Anyway, I hope you have at least, I hope this has been a little bit educational, and I hope that you have maybe had a couple of laughs. I genuinely don't remember a single thing I have just said, but either way, I hope moving forward we can do more to combat this situation and put a stop to it once and for all. But with that being said, I hope everybody does well, stay safe, stay happy, keep watching lots and lots of movies, and I hope to see you in my next video. So until then, bye!